And it's already awkward.
It's already awkward. Is it it? Is this it? Is this it?
Yep, this is it.
Did you
This is it. Make no mistake.
Did you undo the
where
camera?
you are? I did it.
Okay.
Do we see beautiful
Yeah.
QVC
I don't
camera?
see
Do
it.
we see the television?
Yes.
I don't. Oh, that's because I'm looking at someone else.
Okay. We got it.
Here, if I do that, it's fine.
We got a growing pains, darling. You're growing. Well,
Not
you might have
really.
stopped.
I haven't grown since the beginning of 6th grade.
She's fully grown. Behold, Stella, fully grown. Well, welcome to QVC-2. I'm Michelle, and this is
Stella.
and we are so excited. This is our debut show of QVC-2. Two. So
That's 4.
that was 4. She's gonna call me on everything. And by the way, I just want to say that when you're in a Zoom room with your camera off, hearing about how you're wonderful MC. Thank you so much, Brian. And thank you, Adultish. Also, hold on. You know where I'm going with this, Brian, though, but when your beautiful MC is talking about how long a penis pump scene is, you can also multiply that by a factor of 7.
A factor of 7.
Yeah, when you're listening to it with your 14-year-old daughter.
7 is only 1 in 7, though.
7. Well, I was doing dog years because I thought that was a good.
Factor of 7 is 1 in 7 because it's a prime.
Oh,
number.
she knows math. She knows math. She knows a factor of 7. That would be like 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. You do that 7 times.
No, that's like an exponent.
Oh, okay, that's an exponent. She's gonna just wipe the floor with me with math. So we'll just, anyway, all that to say, it's a long time. So, but here we are. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a suggestion. I was going to ask Brian, if you could check out in the comments and let us know a suggestion. So folks, give us in QVC2, give some QVC2 folks a suggestion. That's us. And, but I do want to tell you, while you're, working hard to think of suggestions, I want to say a little bit about this show.
Okay.
So QVC commentary is the mother, my mouth, of this show. Speaking of mothers, and QVC commentary had a baby, and it's here, and you're watching it. And QVC commentary, we watch QVC live, which we are doing together right now.
Yeah.
It's like Palmolive, like your hands have been soaking in it the whole time.
I've never seen that commercial.
That's because it predates you by like at least 7 times 7 times 7 years or something. So we're sitting here watching the Germac 12-pack grab and go in resealable snack bags.
It's like something you eat in an airport.
Does that look like an airport snack?
Yeah, like you get it from Hudson News or something.
And see, this is the very kind of thing we'd be doing in our QVC commentary show. And we go on about, maybe we'd have some fun stories about Hudson News.
Or the airport.
Maybe I usually drop into the character and you do an interview with me. We kind of discovered that as part of the form and do like an improv scene. But we are adding an extra layer. We are folding in not just cheese into the enchilada. We are folding in.
What if they haven't seen that show?
It's okay. I think that stands alone. It's a Schitt's Creek reference. But which we also watched together, which was delightful.
Multiple times.
Yeah. And go back to it. Oh, it's kind of like a family Bible. Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek is our family
It's
Bible.
our family Bible. It is. That's so authentic.
We do have a couple of suggestions.
Do we have suggestions? Okay, hang on for 1 second. What we're going to do on QVC2 is go into the screen. We're going to go into the scene that you're seeing live on QVC and perhaps take on a product being sold, a host, maybe a background object. We don't know. But we also like to have a little suggestion, an extra grist for our meal.
Grist?
Some grist. Okay, so now, finally.
Give us grist.
Grist, please.
We have high-waisted pants.
Oh.
High-waisted pants for dogs. And toasters.
Got it. Okay. Now, We have no guarantee that we will in fact use your comments or use it in the way you would prefer us to, just so you know, a little disclaimer. Okay.
I have opinions on high-waisted pants.
Let's hear.
I don't like them personally. I don't think they look good on me. I feel like they've looked good on other people, but I'm really short, so they just make me look boxy.
Well, that I can agree. However, I am going to say that for a while you were into high-waisted pants.
That's because everyone else was. And I'm like, oh, but then I tried low-waisted pants. I'm like, this looks way better.
And that made me get into high-waisted pants.
Yeah.
Because I saw my teenage daughter who knows what style is. And I thought I better pick up my game, literally.
Yeah.
And I got myself some high-waisted, and you know, I get your short body, short thorax scenario because I probably gave it to you because I too have a short thorax.
Everyone thinks that I'm friends with thinks you dress cool. So.
Ha! And that is another reason we are now spinning off our franchise of QVC shows because I just love my scene partner so much. You think I dress cool.
Yeah.
And so do your friends.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. Water break on that note. So yeah, so now I'm stuck with some high-waisted pants that make me look kind of like a jerk. But you like low-waisted again, so I'm kind of relieved. And they have it, high-waisted is tough for me in the quarantine because I definitely have more in my waist these days. So
I think that low-waisted is also hard to find. Like I know one store that sells low-waisted pants and it's one size. I mean, like it fits me, so that's fine, but other people's not going to fit.
that store will not be named. If you know what the store is, put it in the chat, which we can't see actually because we're on Zoom, but we'll psychically know that you got the right answer. It'll be a psychic connection.
Possibly.
You don't know Psychic Friends Network
What is that?
from the 70s. Well, it was probably the 80s or maybe the 90s. It was
Warwick?
Dionne Warwick's.
Wasn't she the one that Titus thought he ate?
Oh, probably our old family Bible was Kimmy Schmidt.
That is a terrible thing to tell.
Well, they know now it's going to be archived.
Our
It'll be there
family
forever.
Bible is about a woman that escaped a cult.
We obviously have an alternative family. So they are selling Dolce Amore 3-pound shrimp mac and cheese.
Ew. I don't think
Ooh.
shrimp should go in mac and cheese.
Oh, I have a confession.
What?
The shrimp are alive. I'm
Are
one
you
of
the
the shrimp. Yes.
What's your name?
Mackie.
Mackie what?
Mackie Joe. That's why I'm in the shrimp mac casserole.
Are all the shrimps named Mac?
Well, there's a pecking order. So there's Mac 1, Mac 2, Mac 3.
How do you get numbered?
Well, you just turn up and they just stamp it on your little shrimp hand.
You have a hand?
Yeah. They don't tell you anything about us.
Well, I don't really eat shrimp.
You know, we survive at very high temperatures, so we're actually still alive. I'm here today to ask that you please liberate us. There we are right there. You can see us. And there's me. And there's my mom there in the background supporting us. She always does. Hi, Mama.
You don't look alive.
Well, we're playing dead.
Why? Why wouldn't you play
Because
alive?
we have not given up on our liberation.
But people don't want to eat alive animals.
Exactly. So you must spread the word, Stella.
So
I've chosen you. You were the chosen one.
Why wouldn't you act like you're alive?
I can't act like I'm alive there because they would do experiments on us if they knew we could survive those high temperatures. Given the geopolitical situation, don't you think would be worth a lot to NASA?
No.
Why? Sure, they can survive high heat. Just think of the possibilities.
Do you think they would send you to space?
Definitely. And I don't want to go back there. I've been to space and it's icky.
Well, there's no water up there. So
No, there's no water.
I think you would die either way.
I would. I don't like it there. I had to breathe really hard when I was there on my mouth.
You were in space.
Yes.
When?
One time, the CIA found out about us in the high
The
temperatures.
CIA.
And they did a little collab with
Don't
NASA.
they have more pressing matters?
Well, now that they
Like
found
serial killers?
Well, yes. Now that they found out about the serial killing.
you
You didn't know that Serial was alive either? My God, what are they teaching you in school? Well, it doesn't shock me. They'll have to get their own advocate. Unless I decide, maybe I should advocate for them too. We do need more solidarity now. The foods that you eat.
Cereal and shrimp.
You didn't know cereal was alive?
Well,
Child.
Cereal's mostly wheat, so I assumed
Yes.
it wasn't alive.
When they mash it into the specific combinations in which they mash it into, it survives very high heat and it survives the mastication in the mouth.
The mastication.
That's the chewing, child. Oh dear. We have a lot of work to do, but I've chosen you, child,
Why?
because you show a certain acumen.
Acumen.
An acumen.
Acumen.
A certain ability.
I have acumen.
You have acumen. It's like the thing we were talking about yesterday when, okay, I'm embodying your mother right now. Your mother and you did that lovely tech rehearsal for this QVC show.
We were talking about
game.
But we were also talking about
talk-
shtick.
Yes, we have shtick. We do.
We have
Well, your mother, I'm just in her body. I'm borrowing it now.
How much shtick?
You and your mother have a lot of shtick. That's pretty much what your show is. It's a show of shtick.
It's just shtick.
It's pretty much shtick.
But isn't it more like a thing to have? You can't really be shtick.
You can do shtick. You can do your shtick. And I think you can have shtick. I think you can elevate your level of shtick to having shtick.
Yeah, but isn't it more like we have a shtick, not we have
That's
shtick?
see getting us. It's like game. It's like you have game. Like
Yeah,
have you
but-
got game?
Yeah, but
Have you got milk?
Yeah,
Have
but
you got game?
if you say I have game, it's different than saying I have a game. So then if it's shtick, then what's the difference between shtick and a shtick?
It is this attention to detail, child, that I am here in pursuit of freedom for all shrimp and secondarily cereal.
Is this part of shtick?
Yes, it is part of shtick. I think you're the one.
The one for what?
You're the one for this liberatory fight.
Liberatory.
Yes, you need to tell the
what?
for the shrimp cereal liberation. You need to tell
Don't
the
you think
others.
If I
You
tell,
need to tell the
don't you
others.
think if I tell people that shrimp and cereal can withstand high heats, they'll think I'm crazy?
I hadn't thought it out quite that far. That is a good scenario. And this is also why you're part of the chosen humans plan.
Who else is part of it?
Jack,
Who's Jack?
the beanstalk guy.
The one with the magic beans.
Yes. We need those to climb out of the pit of despair we fall
You
into.
can climb beanstalks.
Oh, shrimp. You've never seen shrimp climb either.
I've never even
That's what
seen
we
them
do on the
swim.
ground in the what?
I've never even seen them swim.
We're strong swimmers. I take offense to that. Well, you know, it's really I've suffered more just
Aren't you kind of weak though? That's why they call people shrimpy as an
I-
insult.
yes, this is all part of what's wrong and it's keeping us down. To call a little weak person a shrimp, someone that is little in diminutive in power,
Mhm.
that is wrong.
Yeah, why is it wrong though?
Because if you're little, you can get in all the crevices and then you have great power.
Are you the crevices are powerful?
Yes, the interstices.
What's in the interstices?
Exactly. Power.
What kind of power?
Well, I'm just borrowing from your mother's brain now. She's telling me to say Foucauldian power for you philosophers out there and historians and, you know, ragabone thinkers. She wants to say Foucauldian powers in the networks and the interstices. We do have very good schooling. You know, we go to school with the fish.
The schools of fish?
Yes.
Aren't you guys like deeper in the ocean than them though?
Yes, we go very deep. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I know about Foucault.
Foucault?
Foucault and the networks of power, the interstices. Yes, the networks and the tactics and the. Yes.
Be honest with me. Are there mermaids?
Yes.
Okay. I believe you.
And seen. Okay. Well, that was so interesting. I mean, as your mom, having that shrimp
Yeah.
embodiment, I feel like I really
Wow.
learned a lot.
Definitely.
And I feel like you've got your work cut out for you, Stella.
With you,
Well, for old Mac.
Mackie Joe.
Old Mackie Joe. You know, I think Mackie Joe made some on point points.
Stark comments.
Stark.
Yeah.
Stark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now we've got some beignets. Brian's
Beignets.
fabulous 36
Oh,
count beignets.
like from that movie, Princess and the Frog.
Oh, you know, that's what you think of when you think of beignets. I
Yeah.
think of your birth. I mean,
when I see a beignet, you know what I think of? When I birthed you.
your birthing.
Why?
Because you were born February 1st, and that's right around Mardi Gras.
Did you have a beignet at the hospital?
No, I wish I had, though. Our wonderful neighbor, Michelle, when we lived in Newport, Kentucky,
Yeah.
she came by with a box of beignets.
Oh.
And I have to say, anything you eat within like 72 hours of giving birth on either end is the best food you've ever had, especially after the birth, because
you haven't been eating.
I pretty much threw up everything like right beforehand.
Yeah.
Which only added to the pleasure of the beignet. I kind of just want to take a pause and like call QVC, and I mean, we could actually do it right now while we're on this. Yeah, like we could just have the app. That's true. We could probably catch it later. Something we've learned about QVC.
I can get my phone and call them, but they like never actually take the on air.
But it's such an impulse thing because I do worry about food bought through QVC.
Oh, you mean buying them? I meant buying
How
them.
come
I thought you meant like be like, hey, we have a beignet story for you.
We got a beignet story for you, QVC. Just thought you'd be interested.
That's what I thought you meant.
I had the QVC within 72 hours of you.
They look good, but I feel like they're gonna not be good because they're gonna get shipped to you.
I know. Then I started thinking it through, and like QVC, can you just see how beautiful they are? Beautiful audience who's watching this at home, or you could be anywhere. I mean, people watch stuff. You could be doing like you could be like. I was thinking that too, only I didn't say it. I dare not said you could be on the toilet. And we thought that at the same time.
I don't trust people that don't bring their phone into the bathroom.
I love your list of what you don't trust. And we're adding.
You just sit in there in silence. That can be like 2 to 4 minutes.
Kind of like watching the penis pump scene. I can't get that out of my mind. I'm thinking they have a scene like that on YouTube and we can just cut right to that part.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it's been raised and now I need to I need to get it out of my mind. I need to cleanse my mind by
I've never
witnessing.
even seen the movie.
You're going to be shocked. If we watch that movie, you'll get mad at a lot of scenes in that movie.
Why?
Because it does, there's like a lot of objectifying of women in there. And there's like, I know there's at least one like anti-Asian scene. And there's things that it's kind of like watching an 80s movie. And I say this as a Gen X from the 80s, like stuff I didn't realize was going on until I watch it now. Like all the rapiness of the 80s films.
I don't get why Grease is G-rated.
Grease is G-rated.
I believe it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh well, tell me more. Yeah, that song is rapey.
Yeah.
Did you just? Yeah.
So is like all of it, and I wrote my review essay for English last year on Grease. I had to watch it like 4 times.
Oh, I remember that.
I mean, I chose to do that, but still.
And you made a TikTok on it.
I made a TikTok
about that.
No, I don't. You did.
No, you made a TikTok.
I didn't make the TikTok.
You mean I made that?
Yeah.
It got like 40,000 views.
I took the video, but
you took the video. It was your idea. It was a collab. It was a quarantine collab. It was when I was into TikTok. I kind of like went in and out of TikTok. I really felt like I was in the wrong place on TikTok all the time. I was like in your space.
No, you weren't.
But there's older people like me now on TikTok too. Did that all happen because of the quarantine, the pandemic? Like parents were like climbing the walls, like I don't know what to do. What do you got for me? What do you got for me, 12-year-old child?
Got so offended by not being in style. Like they were like, my skinny jeans aren't in trend anymore. And they got so mad for some reason.
These are like popular videos on TikTok.
They started like a war with the Gen Z for some reason because they thought that we like hated them. And so they made all these like diss tracks and now we just make fun of those.
And see, we have this in common too. This is part of why our bond is so strong because I'm X
I'm
And
Z.
You're Z, and we have the millennials in between us.
Let me make fun of them.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
they think they're
easy
so.
to.
They think they're so special, right?
It's
I know
very-
there's lots of millennials
it's
watching.
very easy-
I'm friends with
It's
millennials.
very easy to make fun of them though, because they do things like get things with avocados on them or get
I
signs.
like that. Thank you, millennials.
Or
Love the avocado
get
toast.
signs that say like namaste in bed or
I have that sign and I love it.
it's from a millennial.
It's from we love that millennial. Let's not say who it is.
I know, but it is.
It is. But you know why I think it's fair game to make fun of those like young-ish generations? Because I say this as an Xer. I see what happened with OK Boomer like 2 years ago, and I'm like, we're up next. You know, I don't know what the slight is going to be. It's so ageist.
Okay, but I don't think you're up next because the OK Boomer thing was more with like racist old people.
It was?
Yeah.
Is that how it started?
Yeah. It's also what Karens are. Karens were like
Yeah,
racist, like white people.
Is that how that started?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I know Karen did, but I didn't realize OK
That was
Boomer
what
did.
OK Boomer was
Because
too.
OK Boomer blossomed into just being anti anyone over the age.
Yeah, but it
of
was originally against
60 or
them
something.
being like racist or homophobic.
I feel better about that now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's deserved.
No one really cares.
But you know what? It's not, because now you know what? It's just saying that if you're old, you're racist. And I have a bone to pick with that
Oh my God.
also.
Well, it wasn't against everyone. It was just the specific old people. Like people don't really care about other old people. Like if they're fine, they'll be like, "Oh, we actually like you."
Wait,
Like there's a lot of like old TikTokers. Like they'll be 90
old TikTokers,
and people like them just because they're like chill.
because
They're not like
because they rock.
yeah.
Okay, so
People
but
aren't really ageist. It's just like against.
no, but the OK Boomers ageist.
Well, that's like against them for being
Okay,
racist.
well maybe I shouldn't be making. Now I feel bad of making fun of millennials. It just felt really good for a while, and it's probably wrong.
We don't make fun of them because they're getting old.
I just thought it's a free for all, and that the boomers, we got to distract some from the boomers and just make it a thing where we make fun of people for being a certain generation. I mean, I do make fun of myself as an Xer for like not seeing, like we sit down and watch that episode of The Love Boat, and I was shocked at how like weird they were treating women, like totally objectifying. I mean, it just was like, even in the shows that we watch that are like in the early 2000s, How I Met Your Mother is
I
like
just ignore it.
incredibly horrible. Even though we're like fans. So even though we're fans of all these shows and all these movies, it's so hard.
Yeah.
So hard. And that's one of the things we fell in love with QVC. Look at the blueberries.
Well, because I never do anything. It's just consumerism in a TV show.
It's products like Brian. They're still on Brian's beignets.
I don't trust Brian's fabulous beignets because something about that to me is just like, why is Brian making beignets?
Because
okay, but
I am a good beignet maker, darling. You called me into being.
I'm under the impression that beignets are typically not like the better ones are typically not made by white people. That was the impression I was under.
How do you know so much about beignets?
I don't know.
My God. I see what they all talk about. I see why that shrimp who was just here said you're one of the chosen ones with your acumen.
Yeah.
Did you get that from TikTok?
The beignets?
Yeah, the beignet knowledge? No?
No.
Well, I think you got to give, I am Brian, and you should give my beignets a chance. I'm here working my butt off. I'm right there in the middle. I got my blue shirt on.
Is your name actually Brian?
It is actually Brian. That's why they're Brian's beignets. I mean, it's just what you see is what you get, you know?
Brian's fabulous beignets.
I am fabulous.
What
And
makes
so
the beignets fabulous?
I put fabulous in them.
What's fabulous?
Fabulous is a feeling, darling.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
what
right?
is the feeling of fabulous?
Fabulous is like waking up and having the sunlight hitting your eyes on a beautiful, clear morning. Fabulous is like dancing to your favorite song.
Okay.
Like that song you played on the beginning of this show you're doing.
That's not my
Move
favorite
your feet.
song.
It was when you were 2.
Yeah, when I was 2.
And that's why your mother reached out to the great Brian Shea and said, hey, could you please play Move Your Feet? Because it was a special song. It was fabulous.
When I was 2.
And you were fabulous when you heard it. Your mother's got videotapes. I almost said but that's because I'm embodying your mother's
Do
body.
you really have them still though, or do you just think you have?
I think your mother has them on an old computer, the one that the battery caught fire and now she just plugs it right into the wall.
Does said computer work though?
Oh yeah, you just got to plug it into the wall. You plug and pray. That's what she does whenever she
What if it
plugs it in.
explodes?
Well, see, we took the battery out. Oh, she took the battery out. Sorry. I was pretending. I get confused when I embody other people's body, but I have to come out and talk to you sometimes, you QVC fans, because you don't think my beignets are good just because I sell them on the TV show.
Well, they get shipped to you in the mail.
They do get shipped in the mail.
But in my experience, mail shipped cookies are typically not as good.
Well, that's true, but I have so much fabulous in the box. Look at that. Look at
It
them.
looks like a hamburger bun.
Well, that's just the springiness of the beignet there talking to you. That's all that is.
I feel like it could be really dry though.
We're alive too. We're like the shrimp. We're the beignet
Are you the
brigade.
beignet?
We're the beignet brigade. We're alive too, just like that shrimp was.
What's your name?
My name is Bobo the beignet.
Bobo?
Yes. We all have B names. There's also Bessie and Betty.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you to quick add me to your acumen list that you're
My
doing with the
acumen?
shrimp and the
Okay.
cereal. Okay, bye.
Tell people that you're alive.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm alive.
I was talking to the beignet
Why would you talk to a beignet?
because it talked to me first.
I think you got to get your head examined. Next thing you know, you're going to try to liberate some shrimp or cereal.
How do you know about the shrimp and cereal?
There's a TikTok video.
There's no TikTok video.
Oh God, the beast is here now. Your great beast that makes those bark noises. She's down here.
She doesn't need to be seen.
She's right there. She wants to be, you know what, her agent said she had to appear today. So that if I was going to come out and embody your mother, Fido over there had to come out too. Well, yeah, you fight him. Well, I know that's your stage name, Jelly Bean. Huh, I knew she was going to start talking up like that.
Are you her agent?
My beignets haven't been doing that good.
Why
I
is
need a
that?
side job because no one trusts the shipping. And those beignets, they talk. They say bad things.
Thought you said they didn't.
I'm not saying they're alive. I'm just saying they talk when they shouldn't.
So are they alive or not?
I've got people to make sure they're not going to be alive at the end of this show. That won't happen again.
Like, are you part of the mob? Are you a mobster?
I am
beignet maker,
Not part
dog?
of the mob. I am part of just a family of beignet makers.
You all make
It runs
beignets.
in my family for many
Do you
years.
all work at the same beignet shop?
We do. It's
Sounds kind of mobby.
Brian's Fabulous Beignets.
Sounds like a mob to me.
This is my brother, my twin brother,
Yeah.
the good Brian.
You're both named Brian.
He moved away from our family to start this. He's one of the people that started this high wire that you're talking to with all.
Oh,
And I'm hoping they're going to reach out and buy my beignets.
it sounds like a mob to me, or like a small cult, maybe. Is it a cult?
Well, I mean, beignet making is a cult, just like your improvisational theater is. So it's really nothing to be afraid of.
So
It's
it's
a good
cult.
thing in a good way.
It's a good cult.
It's a good
I don't
cult.
think there are any good cults.
This one's a good one.
I watch a lot of cult shows, and most of them are sex cults.
I cannot argue with you there, child.
Oh, that's kind of nasty.
You are very wise.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. Our particular cult does not do that kind of thing. It's what sets us apart.
So you're a non-sex cult.
I'm not even allowed to say that word.
Well, that's kind of weird in the other way.
It's not weird. It's just Catholic.
kind of-
I'm a Catholic.
That's still kind
They
of
don't
weird
let us say the word.
too.
It is what it is.
Blink twice if you need help. Oh my God. I don't know what to do, but you blinked twice, so.
I'm gonna go to my master. That's my leader right there.
The dog?
Yes.
I thought you were the dog agent.
I can't keep up this act anymore. We are led by a dog.
The cult is led by the dog.
We are led by that dog. I gotta go be with her. Wow. That was amazing.
Was it though?
Yeah. That was really amazing.
Was it though?
It was. It was interesting having Brian there. I didn't know all that about,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that about Brian's family, that he, moved away from his benet makers to do this with Highwire.
Yeah. Moved away from the cult.
Yeah. I mean, that must be quite a story.
Probably.
Interesting that we're still here telling the story at 7:02. It makes me think we missed a cue or something, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I
It's up
think
to
that.
you.
And scene.
I sent you a note in the chat, but when you're on your phone.
Funny. I heard coming from downstairs, scene. I was like, is that for us? Like, how do we do this?
I know we didn't talk about that. That's the beauty of a new show, is that
Are we still on now?
Yes, we are still on. We're
Awesome.
wrapping up here.
I won't break character then.
Okay. I do not make fantastic beignets because I can't. I'm not a cook.
Is that why they kicked you out of the cult?
That is why they kicked me out of the cult. Yes, Stella. And I'm sorry for bringing up Austin Powers. I thought
It's
Stella was
fine.
older. I thought Stella was older. That was my fault there. So
No, we're cool. We have seen more. We're good with Austin Powers knowledge.
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
that
we-
was. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, we watched all those old good 80s movies back when my daughter was, middle school. So,
Yeah.
yep, and they are all problematic. You are right about that.
Oh,
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you. We had a lively audience in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. Adultish and QVC-2 will be back in 2 weeks. We will be back tomorrow with 4 teams. I forget who. I'm tired. I don't remember who's performing each night. And then Black Joy Friday, and then Saturday, full day of shows, including a noon show, a 4 o'clock show, and then a full block starting at 7, including at 10 o'clock, speaking of 80s movies, 10 o'clock Saturday night, Teen Angst, which is an improvised teen movie that I am the producer of. So that is super fun. We did one last season, and we're going to be doing it a couple times this season. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We're going to play some music and say goodbye.